Let's take a look at the upstairs portion of my $9,000 house in Spain. Hi, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel, Travel to Money. Today I'm showing you the upper terrace of my new house in Spain and the 2 bedrooms that we've been working on. Plus, we'll take a look at what it looks like to remove an old wood burning stove. If you haven't seen the downstairs tour from last week, be sure to check that out right up here. Okay, let's look at the house. Hi, and welcome to the upstairs of the house I bought for $9,000. I'm really excited to show this to you. We are about midway up the stairway of the outside, so let's go ahead and take a look down at this garden area. That's where I'm planning to put the jacuzzi that you may remember that I mentioned. And then we're going to go ahead and head up. I kind of like these lion statues. What do you think about them? Those were put in before I got here, but that's kind of fun. So this is probably pretty clearly a work site right now. It's looking pretty rough, but I just want you to use your imagination here. I'm of course going to have some sort of nice, probably wooden patio furniture outside, along with some cool Spanish accents. And then we'll do Spanish tile throughout in just various ways across the patio. Probably have some sort of barbecue grill out here and just a great place to sit. I'd really like to extend the garden into this area, having some different variety of plants. Of course, that means someone will need to be here throughout the year, so we'll have to figure out how to take care of those. But I'm really excited to put this together because I think this is where I'll want to spend most of my time. So you may remember that I was working on putting a new roof on the house, which you can see up here. It still has some finishing touches that it needs. As you can see, we have to put a cover on the end so that it looks like the clay tiles there. But if you want to see the whole roof project, you can check that out on my YouTube channel. I cover the installation, what the cost was. Really incredible process, pretty easy to do actually, and I'm really happy with the results. So if you want to take a look right over here, this is the area that covers the hallway of the house. Right now it's done in some sort of kind of cheap plastic, but what we're going to do is build up a wall between my house and the neighbor's house that is done with glass block bricks, and that way it allows natural light to continue into my house, into the neighbor's house, but it provides a little bit more of a barrier. And from that barrier, we're going to have entire panes of glass put here at an angle so that the rain runs off of them. We've already been in touch with the glass company. They came out to measure everything. And then from here to here, we're going to have sliding windows that open. That way we can air out the house without having to open the top part of the windows. This will allow a lot of natural light down into the hallway, but it also doesn't obstruct the view from the house. That was really important to me, that when you're in the bedroom, it doesn't obstruct the view because it's not going to be too high. But I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to provide some beautiful natural light in the house. So I want to go ahead and take you into the first of the 2 bedrooms that are upstairs in the house. Now this is the way that you would enter if you were coming in from the terrace, but there's also a stairway that goes up the interior of the house. This is my favorite room in the house. This is where I plan to spend most of my time. So I'm not going to make it into a traditional bedroom, even though it is a bedroom. If I were ever to sell the house, it is a 3-bedroom house. But I plan to have a couch that maybe has a fold-out bed and then a desk that make the most of the view, because that is the reason you would want this house, is because of the view. So come on in and let me show you. So this is the bedroom I was talking about. You can see the roof panels up top that were put in because with the roof that we used, you don't have to put any kind of ceiling in. You can just use the ceiling as it is. Now, some people have recommended that I cover it. Others have recommended that I put wood panels around the beams. I personally kind of like the industrial look, but I'm not sure that it is going to work well in the Spanish house. So I'll have to see how it comes together and make some of those decisions after I've put in the flooring, decided on the walls, what we're going to do, see how the tile looks with the house, and just see if we can make the most of what's there. So standing from this angle, this is why I love this room. We made this window quite a bit bigger, which I'm really excited about. And then the window is going to sit toward the outside of the house so that we have a kind of shelf right here where the window is to put plants. I think that would look really cute in here. And so we did open that up a lot, which I think looks better. And then we will have shutters on the window as well so that you can black out the room if you want to. And then of course we've got the door here, which also has an amazing view. And I'm planning to put a couch and a desk along the wall that kind of look out the door area. That way, whenever you're sitting in this room, you always have the opportunity to see the view. So one of the things we've done, we decided to keep this wall. It wasn't super sturdy and it was removed from the other roof when we took that one down. So we've had to reconnect it at the top. So that is some of the work that may have happened since any other previous video you may have seen on the house. We've enclosed all of that, and then it will be plastered and rendered to just look like one solid wall. But it's super sturdy now, which I'm excited about. I may also want to replace these door frames and doors in the upstairs. I'm not crazy about them. It just seems like some pretty cheap wood. So I'd like to change that out. I haven't really looked into those yet. If you have any ideas, that's something that I'd love to hear about, how you would make this in the Spanish style in this house with the door frames and the doors. So you may remember me mentioning the stove in the downstairs part of the house that we were removing. If you haven't seen the walkthrough of the downstairs, be sure to check that out right up here. But this is where the upper part of the stove was. You can see it was getting into the brick area of the wall way too much. And so we've got to cover that with something. I don't remember what they said it was, but it needs to be covered before we put the wall up on it, or it will bleed through the wall. So all of that has to be cleaned up. We did cover the hole with some cement, so that's already been laid in the floor. So you may hear some street noise from here, and that's because we have the windows taken out right now. This has been the first room that we've really gotten started on. The plaster has been in here, plastering the wall. If you want to look at this wall, it had a huge bow to it. So now it still has a little bit of a bow, but it looks more like a flat wall, which I'm really excited about. Like I said in one of my previous videos, nothing in these old Spanish houses is straight. Not the floors, not the walls, not the ceiling. And so we're just trying to minimize that where possible. It's not going to be perfect when we're done, but it's going to look a lot better. So he's doing a great job of sealing everything up to the roof. It looks really good. And then let me show you what we're doing with the windows. So the windows that were here, they were cool old wooden windows. They were fine, but I wanted to replace those with some new windows. And what we noticed when we were pulling them out was that this space right here was just kind of hollow and available for use. So we broke that out. My friend put these new bricks up top to kind of shape it out. And then we're going to retile all of this and put the windows here. So really excited about those new windows. You can see the plaster really worked well on this wall already. So we have a flat wall up top. We put new panels here, and then he rendered all of this down below. So I'm really excited about how all of that is looking, and it's just cool to see everything start to take shape. As you can see, this is a really big bedroom. I'm super excited about all the space in here. This will probably be the wall for the bed. I believe I can easily fit a king-size bed in here, which will be a lot of fun. I want to find a really cool bed for this room. And then the electricity has already been run here for kind of a nightstand on each side of this bed. So that's definitely the place you'd want to have that. As you can see here, the ceilings are so tall. That is one of my favorite features of this house, is just all of the space. A lot of Spanish homes can be really small and maybe dark, don't have a lot of natural light, but I think there's just so much opportunity in this space. So we're back in the hallway, and this is the stairway that heads downstairs, but I just thought I'd show you what my friend did. When we opened this up, when we were tearing down the roof, we decided to put in the glass blocks here just because of the way that they add natural light to the space. So really excited about that, just looking for every little space where we can add natural light to the house. So here is the stairwell, and we will be doing the stairs in the same tile that we're using throughout the rest of the house. And then the upright part of the stairs we're going to do in some Spanish tile. They have some cool tiles on here now, but I think we're going to be redoing all of that with something new and fresh. Thanks so much for watching the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe to join me every day, where travel and adventure build financial freedom. I can't wait to see where your dreams will take you.